When I first signed up for Daily Dose with HR, I thought for sure that this would be a very boring, another Zoom that I had to attend. But as I got going with it, after the first session, I was hooked. This all started during COVID and isolation, and Daily Dose helped get me at my computer and ready to go for the day. But as it continued, I was able to connect with others that I didn't know from MU. Hearing their different perspectives on topics and having an open place to share ideas has helped me grow as a person. I've learned more about MU and the students we served through these sessions. We have thought-provoking sessions and questions during the talk, and then we're put into breakout rooms to discuss these questions. And it is so interesting to hear everyone's different ideas and thoughts on all of these. And besides, where else can you learn about trait-based leadership versus behavior, my leadership paradigm, what challenges do I face as an employee, what's Pygmalion and Galatea, what's tempered radicals, power, influence, EQ, IQ, CQ? What's your ikigai? Have you looked at the Enneagram? Those are just some of the topics we've covered.
Hi, my name is Kim Fanning, and I work with the MU Sinclair School of Nursing, Nursing Outreach. In commemoration of our 100th episode of Daily Dose of HR, Alan asked us to do a short video about what it has meant to us. First of all, I want to thank him because I know that it takes a lot of time and preparation for 100 episodes. I've attended most of them, and I found them to be a good reason to get up and get at it in the morning. I've been a nurse for 38 years, and I've held numerous leadership positions, but this Daily Dose of HR has caused me to pause and do a little self-exploration. I've learned several things. For instance, I had no idea what ikigai meant, so I had to do a little research to figure out what that was about. I've enjoyed several different sessions, including The Best Version of Self, The Three Marriages, and much of the work by Dr. Henry Cloud, Grace plus Truth over Time equals Growth. So that's the reason that I've enjoyed Daily Dose with HR. That's my viewpoint. Thank you. Bye.
My name is Billy Jameson. I am a senior business support specialist in the College of Veterinary Medicine, the Department of Veterinary Medicine and Surgery. I work in the Veterinary Health Center, and my job consists of helping faculty with their grants and contracts. I've been with the university for 16 years, and during this COVID period, Daily Dose with HR has kind of been a go-to place for me, being that I work remotely from home. It gives me kind of that pick-me-up. Also, it gives me some knowledge and some tools that I could use as I ventured into the COVID pandemic with garnered responsibilities that I was not aware of pre-COVID. So the tools that Daily Dose with HR that were presented has allowed me to put into action some of those tools that Alan has provided. One being the Enneagram. That was very helpful to me in knowing where I'm coming from in some of the decisions that I make and present to those that I lead. Also, one of the other things, the management style of the presidents. That week that we spent talking about how presidents mentor and pass down what they've learned to others and how others have carried those skills and what they've learned to other places and been prosperous. That to me kind of hit home because I do like to share information with people that are coming behind me and also share or garner information from those that are ahead of me. So those tools are very helpful with Daily Dose of HR. So as we celebrate this 100th episode, I think that's very intuitive of Alan to come up with something of this nature that early in the morning to pick us up.
We had a participant email their feedback about what the first 100 episodes of Daily Dose with HR has meant to them. Let's see what they said. Working remotely at first was somewhat daunting. As someone who is used to structure, having to create it for myself at home was a new concept. Your Daily Dose with HR sessions helped me acclimate to my new normal in a dynamic way. Not only did I have something to look forward to start my day, I also was able to engage with others, which I was missing while working from home. I am a lifelong learner, so I appreciate that most all of what you have shared with us so far is new content. Thanks for the introduction to Brene Brown. I have learned so much, not only from you and the guest speakers, but from the wonderful group conversations we have had. It is amazing to hear the familiar names of colleagues across campus for years and then finally have the opportunity to interact with them in a meaningful way. You have connected people in a way that will stay with them forever. The wide variety of speakers and topics allows for deep and rich conversations on issues that we don't typically have the opportunity to touch on in the workplace. Being able to draw from our own experiences to see how we impact others has been an amazing learning experience.
Okay, my name is Sherry Helm. I'm a senior project coordinator in the Office of Economic Development. And I have narrowed down what I appreciate about Daily Dose into 4 items. Number 1, I appreciate the routine and the fact that it gives us a reason to get up, get ready, and get in front of our home workstations. Number 2, I appreciate the music. So every Daily Dose begins with some upbeat music, so you can't come into the session in a bad mood. I love that. Number 3, I love Throwback Thursdays. So I love learning a little more about the people that we're engaging with every morning. And number 4, the whole purpose, which is we're learning new things, we're discussing interesting topics, and I especially appreciate Alan Twego putting it all together, and I'm just hoping that once this whole crazy pandemic is over, we can continue to do something like this or this for the foreseeable future, because it is a definite positive way to start your morning.
So my name is Susan Groshong. I am the Training and Development Coordinator for Human Resource Services at the University of Missouri, which I imagine most people are around here. So what I wanted to talk about with the Daily Dose is just thank you, congratulations, and thank you for producing this series. I think Daily Dose is a testament to Alan's devotion and commitment to the personal and professional development of the University of Missouri staff. I've appreciated this uplifting and energizing start to my day since the work from home phase of the COVID-19 pandemic. Alan has gathered and curated some of the best speakers on leadership, HR, and personal development topics that I have seen. To keep this up and going for 100 daily episodes is truly an amazing feat. My only criticism is that I usually don't have or take the time to really contemplate the valuable concepts presented before the next concept worthy of much thought and discussion is presented. A big thank you to Alan and the Daily Dose team for producing this series, and congratulations on your 100th episode.
I'm Mary Beth Bone, and I support Susan Reno and Sarah Basmer in the Office of Research, Extension, and Engagement in what's called the Connector. I started working for them on Friday, March 20th, which happened to be the day that we all started working from home. I come from orthopedics, where I'd been for 9 years, where I knew a lot of people in the School of Medicine, to only knowing Dr. Reno and Dr. Basmer. And here we were having Zoom calls every day with the rest of the staff. And one thing that has meant so much to me with Daily Dose with HR is getting to know the people on campus. Because even though I haven't met most of them in person, I still feel like I know them. And I've grown to admire and appreciate their insights and the things that they share during Daily Dose of HR. First of all, congratulations to Alan Twego for 100 days of doing Daily Dose with HR. I want to tell you why it made such a difference for me. It's because every day is not a Groundhog Day, thanks to Daily Dose. I am motivated to get up and be at work on time and turn on my computer and click on Daily Dose so that I can get that 20 minutes of enrichment. I feel like I learn things that I later talk about with friends and family and with other staff when we're having our staff meetings. I wrote down some of the topics that we covered in the last 100 days. We had a leadership series. We learned about effective leadership, inclusive leadership. We talked about sheep and shepherding. We talked about the Pygmalion effect. We talked about goal setting, time management, mentoring, the good-bad split, which for me was huge. We learned about authority. We also learned about boundaries and identity, ikigai. We talked about adulthood, resilience, perseverance, Enneagrams, which was huge to me. I even did the follow-up workshop with it after the Enneagram week. We talked about being active versus reactive. We talked about our values. What do we stand for? We talked about embracing grace and truth. I love the concept that truth is truth, no matter how you feel about it. We talked about bonding, empathy, boundaries, identity, disability awareness, about being proactive in creating accessibility and accommodations versus being reactive. We talked about changing the status quo, tempered radicals, and grassroots leadership. Now we're talking about higher education. I appreciate what I've learned. I appreciate the meaning that it's brought to my daily life. And I appreciate the relationships that I'm forming in Daily Dose with HR. So kudos to you, Alan, for this good work and for letting this idea grow. I don't know that anybody anticipated that we would hit day 100. And who knows how much longer it's going to go. But I'm grateful. Thank you.